You know, it's not about copying what great companies do, but there's an old saying that success leaves clues. And when you look at what great companies have in common, there are some patterns. And the cool thing is, they're available to any of us. And it all comes down to this idea of mindset. How do we think about our work? That's the key. And anybody can do it. Anybody can make it work for them.
What's up with Les Schwab? Well, let's establish this. They sell pretty much the same thing as all their competition. They sell tires. They're round, they got a hole in the middle, there's good, better, best. Price pretty much the same as everybody else. But then when you look at the little things that they do, the little not rocket science things that get people to say this is an extraordinary company, it's things like this. Now, are you a customer of Les Schwab right now? How many of you are customers of Les Schwab? Raise your hands. Okay, a few of you, a dozen of you. Answer this for me. When you pull your car into a Les Schwab parking lot, what happens? They run to your car. This was not rehearsed. I can do this in front of any audience anywhere. And if there are people, if you are on vacation in the Northwest, in Washington, Oregon, Northern California, if you're in your rental car and you see a Les Schwab store, I want you to say, well, let's see if that thing's really true. Just pull in there and see what happens. And I guarantee you somebody will run to the car. And the thing that I love to imagine is that it didn't happen in some big strategy retreat with the executives. I love to imagine that at the end of the day, one day, they're all standing around the tire store and somebody says, we sell tires. How can we set ourselves apart? And I imagine some 18-year-old kid with grease on his face, and he's standing over there and he says, I don't know, maybe we could just like run out there or something. Yes! Yes! Maybe you could just run out there or something. That idea, running to the car, one of the most powerful ideas I've ever heard. Throughout our whole conversation, Kevin, over the last few months about this event and what we were going to do with this time, in the back of my mind all the time, and with you, all those emails we sent back and forth, I was always thinking, am I running to the car? Am I running to the car? Am I demonstrating that you are the most important thing in my world right now? You know the poet Maya Angelou? She said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel.
Mindset, quite simply, is the attitude and the ideas that a person brings to any situation. What we do is we help companies create and develop the mindset in their people that will enable them to create the results that they want.
Michelangelo said, the great danger for most of us is not that we will aim too high and miss it. The great danger for most of us is that we'll aim too low and what? Hit it. Aim high. You guys have a great time this week. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know, it boils down to this. If you change your mindset, you change your results.